Okay, let's dive into a crazy hypothetical. What if the Earth's atmosphere just vanished? Not a slow leak, but poof, gone in an instant. I can guarantee you, whatever you've seen in the movies doesn't even come close to the bizarre reality of what would happen. See, you wouldn't explode. You wouldn't instantly freeze solid. The first thing that actually happens is much quieter and, honestly, a whole lot worse. It's like the basic laws of physics just decide to efficiently reclaim your body, a kind of catastrophic failure that evolution could have never, ever prepared us for. You know, the first changes aren't even to your body. They're to the world itself. Our entire reality is built on this invisible foundation of air and pressure. The second you take that away, the very experience of being alive just fundamentally breaks. And it all starts with this number, 14.7. That's how many pounds of pressure the air is pushing down on every single square inch of your body, right now. You don't feel it because your body is pushing back with the exact same force. It's like we're all walking around in an invisible exoskeleton. And without it, well, you are just no longer compatible with reality. Your senses would be the first to report the catastrophe. Without air, sound can't travel, so instant, profound silence. Without air molecules to scatter sunlight, the blue sky would just snap to absolute black. The sun would become this viciously bright, unfiltered star. And you'd see all the other stars too, but they'd be perfectly steady, because the atmospheric turbulence that makes them twinkle would be gone. So as your senses are reeling from this brand new, silent, dark world, your body's internal systems are already starting a catastrophic cascade failure. With that external pressure gone, your biology just starts to break down in ways it was never, ever designed to handle. And in that first second of pure shock, your most primal survival instinct would be your own undoing. That immediate, intuitive urge to hold your breath, to conserve what little air you have left, it's absolutely the worst thing you could possibly do. This is where Boyle's law, from high school physics, becomes your enemy. Without any external pressure, the gas trapped in your lungs expands violently. Holding your breath basically turns your own lungs into weapons. The delicate little air sacs, the alveoli, would rupture, forcing air directly into your bloodstream. It's a fatal injury called barotrauma. Your only slim, tiny chance of survival is to fight that instinct and exhale immediately. At the exact same time this is happening to your lungs, a deeply bizarre and unsettling phenomenon called ebullism begins. This is where the boiling point of liquids drops so low that they start turning to gas at your own body temperature. Now, this isn't a heat boil. It's a pressure boil, a cold boil. The saliva on your tongue would start to foam up. The tears coating your eyes would fizz away into nothing. The lining of your airway would feel like it was suddenly carbonated. Now, your blood is safe for the moment, protected inside the pressure of your circulatory system, but every other exposed, wet surface on your body would instantly turn to gas. So all of this, the silence black world, the threat to your lungs, the fizzing fluids, it all happens while you are still conscious. But your brain is on a terrifyingly short clock. You have about 15 seconds of useful consciousness before your brain just shuts down. Now, you wouldn't explode like in a bad sci-fi movie. Human skin is actually incredibly tough and elastic. It acts like a natural pressure suit, trying to contain all the chaos that's unfolding inside your tissues. So instead of exploding, you would just swell, grotesquely. The gases that are dissolved in your tissues, like nitrogen, would start bubbling out. It's like a severe case of the bends, but happening everywhere in your body at once. You'd bloat up to about twice your normal size, stretching your skin painfully tight, but it would hold. Everything just goes wrong with terrifying speed. Within seconds, your body is in a total crisis. At the 15-second mark, your oxygen-starved brain gives up and you lose consciousness. And after about 90 seconds, well, even if the atmosphere magically came back, the damage would be too severe. Survival is just off the table. But after you lose consciousness, the assault isn't over, not by a long shot. A whole new set of invisible forces begin their work, making absolutely sure there's no coming back. And here's another one of those movie myths we have to bust. Space is cold, so you must freeze instantly, right? Wrong. In fact, a vacuum is a perfect insulator. It's the whole reason a thermos works. The truth is kind of a paradox. That rapid, cold boiling of moisture from your skin, ebullism, steals heat away from your surface incredibly fast. It would cause a layer of frost to form all over you. So you'd look like you were freezing, But your core temperature, it would stay warm for a long time. Because in a vacuum, your body heat can only radiate away, and that's a really, really slow process. But maybe the most insidious danger of all is the radiation. Our atmosphere is this incredible shield. Without it, you are completely exposed. Unfiltered UV light from the sun would cause severe burns in seconds, while high-energy cosmic rays would just pass right through you, shredding your DNA at a molecular level. Okay, let's zoom out from your own personal catastrophe for a second. The consequences for the planet itself are just as profound and just as final. The Earth would become a geologically active, but biologically dead world. The planet would become fundamentally hostile. Without pressure, the surfaces of the oceans would start to boil violently into space. Anything that relies on air to fly, birds, planes, they just fall right out of the sky and accelerate until they hit the ground. Weather, which is really just moving air, would end forever. And fire, which needs oxygen, would become impossible. Even in death, the rules change. Your body wouldn't decay in the familiar way. Without oxygen, without bacteria, without insects, the whole process of rot just stops. Instead, you would slowly freeze dry. All the water would sublimate away, leaving behind a perfectly preserved mummy that could potentially last for millions of years. So you see, our atmosphere isn't just a convenience. It's not just the air we breathe. It's an active, structural part of our biology. It's the pressurized container that allows the complex chemistry of life to even exist. You could say it's the only thing that's holding our very matter together in the form that we call us. Thinking about all this really makes you realize just how fragile our existence is, perfectly balanced on all these conditions that we take for granted every single second of every day. It really leaves you wondering what other invisible forces are at play out there, quietly making our entire reality possible.